I mean, it was Crowley who said, you call them gods, then we call them angels. In 50 years we will call them something else. He showed the image of the lamb, which was the first image resembling an alien being. This is genius.
Isn't seeing them, is trying to figure out where are they when you don't see them. Some people say, well, they're from another galaxy. Most physicists will debunk that for lots of reasons. They seem to pose that way, but for lots of, if there are that many coming from another galaxy, you think you'd sense the traffic. Come to some more reasonable explanations, and you're going to discover the two top researchers in the last century, really, is Jacques Vallée, France, and J. Allen Hynek, the American. Now, J. Allen Hynek was head of astronomy at Cornell, and he set out to debunk this nonsense about UFOs, and he became one of the most ardent, competent, balanced researchers in the trade. J. Allen Hynek, he died a few years ago. Both of these respected researchers came to the conclusion that they're not intergalactic. There are lots of physics, there are a lot of physics rebuttals to that conjecture. They both argued that these things are demonic. Their term.
Another thing that these advanced people within the Phoenician culture understood was the fact that the Earth has through it and around it what is known as an energy grid or grids. These are force lines of energy. Some people call them ley lines, some people call them dragon lines in China, meridians, whatever. Where these lines of force cross, you create a vortex. Where many of these lines cross, you create a colossal vortex. Where these ley lines cross, in their most powerful way, where most of them cross, just happens to correspond with where the ancients had their most sacred ceremonies and their most sacred places.
And it's very powerful magic. We're not talking about tricks. We're talking about some serious magic that could do some serious harm.
The The Kabbalah is a collection of Jewish magical texts which were given to mankind via psychic communion with a fallen angel called Raziel. Raziel is one of a pantheon of so-called fallen angels who serve the light-bringer, Lucifer. The Kabbalah describes the many angels and demons who inhabit the spiritual realm. The Kabbalah is written in code. Codes are used to conceal multi-layered complex information which would later be studied by medieval alchemists. The Kabbalah gives Kabbalists a roadmap called the Tree of Life, which explains how to invoke and communicate with these powerful spirits. The magical information in the Kabbalah originates from Babylon and ancient Egypt at the time of the pharaohs.
The devils were teaching the people magic. The devils were teaching the people magic before the time of Suleiman and during the kingdom of Suleiman. Suleiman came to know that the devils are teaching people magic. So he gathered all of their manuals and books. He took them away from the devils, from the people, that the people used to record what they would learn from the devils. And he took away all of these books and manuals and he buried them.
In reappear for more than 1,000 years when knights from the First Crusade discovered secret vaults beneath the Temple of Solomon.
In 1717, the Templars made their reappearance in Europe. They had grown in both number and strength, and were now ready to coin a new identity, free from their reputation of the past, and given credibility by none other than the monarchy and aristocracy of England. And the name they chose for themselves was a name that will be known by many, but understood by a few. This new name, the Freemasons.
I went in there with all good intentions, thinking I was entering into a fraternity that was really interested in helping people. But now I realise that in the lower echelons, in the lower degrees, you don't realise what's happening.
Freemasonry is based almost totally on the Kabbalah.
Everybody wondered, why do they have a fraternal organization called the Freemasons? Aren't those the guys that build walls? You bet they do. And every wall they build contains the secrets that have been kept and maintained throughout the ages.
Now, the one eye is the sun god, Ray, which is where we get the word ray, sun rays. It is the sun god, same Mithraic character, and he shows up again and again. This is the Masonic god.
This is the eye of Lucifer.
Within Freemasonry we find Osiris, Adonis, and Isis mentioned quite frequently. So of course these are the Egyptian pagan symbols, pagan gods.